Hi, welcome to the Metaphysics Hour. I am your host, Rory Colgan. This episode deals with politics in the election year 2016. On my way to beautiful Gatlinburg, Tennessee, as you can see behind me, it is sunny and raining, which has kind of encapsulated this beautiful hiking day. And I'm now here at the hotel. And obviously, as you can see, I didn't bring my backlights. So endure the bad picture of me and the beautiful picture of nature. And in this episode, I really wanted to touch base on two simple concepts, two absolutely stunning concepts that if we practice these, the election year is going to be healthier for our individual selves and for the collective. All right, the first thing that I want to share with you, something that you probably have heard before, but it doesn't hurt to have it repetitively said to you in many different formats. You have to, well, you don't have to. It is in your best interest to respect people's position. It is in your best interest to respect people's position. Now, that means if they support Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Gary Johnson, or whoever, or nobody, that you have the opportunity to respect that individual. Okay? Now, what is it to respect an individual? It is to not try to convince them otherwise that they are in the wrong. Even if they are in the wrong, you do not try to convince them otherwise. You do not try to convince them that they are wrong because you have respect. Now, you may say, I believe you are wrong, but I respect you. Okay, so there's a difference. I validate the idea that this person is wrong in my eyes, but I do not try to convince them to change their position. In the last week, I've had two people tell me that I needed to change my position, and it's sad that I am not supporting Bernie Sanders. Okay? Wonderful. Fantastic. If it feels like it is invasive, it's more than likely invasive. Okay? And that's invasive. Somebody's trying to get into my mind and change a thought that I have earnestly considered. So, if you respect a person, you disagree with them, but you don't try to force them to change their position, okay? Now, both of these are just Facebook friends, people I once went to school with. I don't even live in the same area of them. One lives in Louisville, one lives in Texas. But the point of the matter is that I felt disrespectful from the person down in Texas, and the person in Louisville, she just kept wanting to convince me otherwise and tell me this and tell me that. And fair enough. But that's not going to make our lives any better if we try to tell people to change their minds, okay? Any of you had parents that tried to tell you to do something? What did you do? The opposite. So if you have a candidate that you believe is like as good as this beautiful scenery that's behind me, then let it speak for itself. Don't tell them, this is beautiful, this is beautiful. You need to look at this, look at that peak, look at this peak, look at those wasping little smokes off of the Smoky Mountains. That is disrespectful. So that's point one. Now point two, the final point for this short little episode about the 2016 election year. Number two is support somebody that actually believes in your principles, okay? So if you support Bernie Sanders because he wants to give you a fair share, so to speak, of rich people's money, then support him. Do not throw out the respect that you have for others that disagree with you, but support your candidate, okay? If you like Donald Trump's immigration policy and his no hold bars, I'm gonna say what I wanna say because nobody's pulling my strings approach, and that's debatable. But if you think of that way and you say, good for Donald, that's the guy that really embodies my principles, then support that man, but don't be disrespectful. I just heard over the weekend in San Diego that people were getting assaulted with eggs and getting sucker punched and kicked on the ground at a Trump rally. Now, I'm not encouraging violence, and anytime violence happens, it means thinking, diplomacy, thoughtfulness, respect went out the fucking window. Pardon my French. So, regardless of who you support, respect other people. Now, I personally support a third candidate who's going to be on all 50 states, the ballots. His name's Gary Johnson. He's former governor of New Mexico. He's got plenty of episodes up on YouTube, CNN, MSNBC, and all this kind of stuff that you can actually see the individual and what he stands for. But I'm not going to tell you what he stands for unless you want to go look for that. Because the most important thing I wanted to convey to you is I found somebody that supports my beliefs more so than the other three that are touted in the media, okay? So find somebody to support, and then secondarily, and also always, respect others who have a different opinion. It's okay. My goodness, people, if we can't learn to love each other for differences of opinions, even if those opinions mean a lot of, they have a lot of meaning for us, if we can't love our enemies, as Jesus said, then how different are we from those that worship the idols? So, my attempt, my energy is here to help you hopefully see that there is a way in 2016 where we do not have to have violence and discord, and we don't have to fight amongst ourselves. Support who you think supports your principles, and respect others who have different principles. This is fundamental to keep it nonviolent, to keep it intelligent, and to keep the discourse going so that the truth can win and very few people have to be bloodied. So, this is Rory Colgan from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, signing off, saying, look at that sunset, be here with me right now, and enjoy it. And enjoy wherever you are, because this, now, what you're doing right now is the most important thing you can be doing with your life. Have a good night, or day.